How's it going, guys? It's me, Richie Plunker from the Puppet Geek, and today, guys, I got you the review of the Samsung Thunder. How's it going, guys? It's me, Richie Plunker from the Puppet Geek, and today, guys, I got you the review of the Samsung Chromebook. And as you can see here, it's a cute, nifty thing, isn't it? Now, what this is, it isn't a laptop, it isn't a netbook, it's the Chromebook. Now, that being, it only runs Chrome. So if you're looking for a laptop just to browse the web, just to watch a few videos, check emails, write some documents, this laptop, I'm going to refer to a laptop because I can't bother saying Chromebook all the time, is for you. Now, that being said, if you are looking for something a little bit more high-end, has all the bips and bobbits and stuff, have no clue what I just said, this may not be for you just because this can only run a browser, being Chrome. Now, I've been using this now for a couple of weeks and I really enjoyed it. I was actually in the market to actually buy a new laptop, and obviously my first preference was a MacBook Air because I really like the slim design, and me being a Mac fan, I thought that was the next best thing. But I wasn't prepared to pay over $1,000 for something that would only use, the web, a few emails, maybe here and there a few apps. But then again, I saw the Samsung Chromebook. Yes, it does resemble the MacBook Air, so you can get that little bit of a Mac feel, but it feels nothing like it. But then again, you have to remember you are paying under $350 for something quite cheap. Now, saying that, it isn't really that cheap. Now, a couple of things I like to say about the laptop is the keyboard. The keyboard feels really amazing. Now, I know about you guys, but I'm really picky with my keys. And with this being, one is that everything is lowercase. I don't know, that's something to consider. It feels really nice. It's really nice, sort of like a similar feeling to, this keyboard. The iMac keyboard, I forget what it's called. But yeah, it has that nice little spongy feeling. That being said, the screen isn't that great, but you have to remember we are paying a really budget price, so some stuff has to be cut down. Now, the trackpad is also really nice. I found it really useful. Sometimes it was a bit glitchy, but it did work. It's sort of, it's not really, it's more of a plastic feel to the MacBook Air one, where the MacBook Air was like a glass finish, I believe. Again, I'm sorry I'm comparing the both because they aren't the same, but one thing about this laptop is the boot time. Now, if I was to turn this on, if it did have battery, it turns on instantly, and setting up is also really easy. If you're setting this up for the first time, you basically, if you already have a Google account, everything is already synced and ready to go. So if you're already, immersed in the Google world, everything will be ready to go on this laptop. Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Play, music, everything like that is going to be synced. And this is why I started using Chrome back on my iMac, because everything I do there will be synced on here, which is really cool. Now, battery life is really cool too. For something so small like this, you can last up to 7.5 hours. Now, I believe I got around 7 hours, of use with this laptop, and just on standby itself was really cool because I didn't have to have it always plugged in. Now, talking about that, plugging in, it has a really nice small little power cord right there, really, really tiny, and I really appreciate that they put it on the back. Most laptops have it on the side, which can get really annoying with cables. You do have a HDMI out, so you can connect it to your TV, and you do have, I believe, a USB, I think it's USB 3.0, and then another USB port. And on the side, you do have a nice SD card slot, and also, for not forgetting, a little SIM card slot there if you want to add micro SD. Now, one thing about this laptop is also, which I didn't like, is this little hinge right here. Now, not that it's a big problem. I mean, it's sort of picking at it a bit because even though it is really cheap and really good, sometimes it's good to pick out on the small things because they might improve it. Now, this little hinge here, I feel like it takes away the laptop and its design because it is really nice and slim. But if they just didn't have this hinge right here, I don't know, it's just, I don't like it. One other thing also is the weighting of it. Now, even though it is really light and can easily fit in your bag, your backpack, anything, even when holding it, it feels really nice in your hands. When opening it though, like most laptops, you can actually open the lid without having to hold the bottom. But as you can see here, as I place it, you have to hold the bottom right here because it just doesn't open, and it is quite flat here, but you sort of, every time you have to open it, you have to hold it down and open like that, just because it's not really, I feel like it's not weighted correctly. Maybe if they put some weights on there, but then again, you're gonna add more weight to it, which, you know, the laptop doesn't need because it is already light already, and why make it even more heavy? Now, one thing I like to say about this laptop is if you are looking for a laptop which is easy to use, easy to be synced with everything that you already use in Google, definitely look at the Samsung Chromebook, just because, you know, for me, I think it's really good. I'm saving like nearly $800 out there just because I want to use something on the web. I want to check emails, you know, I want to watch YouTube videos, and this does it already for me. I can watch videos through a USB stick, put them in there, it loads up perfectly, and it does everything really well for the price. I'm not too sure if they're going to come out with another Chromebook, or, you know, Samsung going to come out with another Chromebook with another design. Some things to improve, I think, is a must, is definitely this hinge, just to make it a bit more slimmer. That would, you know, really blow me out of the water, I think, if they did that. Other thing is, speed is really good, but obviously this isn't a speed demon, it's just running Chrome, and Chrome itself isn't something, it isn't a fast browser. It's fast, but it isn't like the, you know, fast browser. But some things, maybe if they put like a SSD in there, I'm not too sure how to improve this thing. Samsung will know, you know, Google might know how to do this. But I think for something so elegant, like, you know, there's the other computers out there who have Chromebook on there. They're a bit bulky, they're a bit more chunky, but this does it for me. And I think if you're looking to pick up a laptop, you know, even for Christmas for someone, yeah, you know, get the Samsung Chromebook just because it is pretty cool. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys later. See ya.